Hello and welcome to another Esporter draft video. If you could hit that like and subscribe button, it helps us out a ton. If you don't know what we are video game rec leagues that include combining coaching from pros, weekly scrims, draft, kind of structured training with cash prize tournaments. So if you're interested in what we have going on, check us out at esporter.win. Come check out our Discord. Come be a part of the community. It's a ton of fun, and we'd love to have you come join us on one of these next drafts. So today we have a draft for us, a mom draft. This is in preparation for the upcoming Arena Open. I think our hope is that we'll day two it, so we got to do a little bit of draft preparation, make sure that we are feeling good about where we're at in the format, which I do. I feel like Quarter Calls Alex has done an awesome job of really making sure that everyone knows what's up in the format. Like, it's one thing to have a good idea of, like, okay, what are the good colors, what are the good cards at each rarity, and that stuff's kind of easy, but understand the nuance of what fits into each deck is super duper important. So let's dive in right here. Just a quick glance at the names. It didn't seem like we knew anyone right off the jump. Broccoli on a Stick, Figment of Origin, Blackhawk, ATX, ourself, Bug Mover, and Jawspec. So no one who seems overtly famous here. So not great. Yargle Matani is, I would not say, one of the stronger gold cards that we could have opened here. Black-green is a color pair that we are interested in getting in, but I don't think that we necessarily want to take the Yargle Matani here. We don't care about any of these blue cards. The Phyrexian Gargantua is maybe the most playable of these uncommons. Gift of Completion is not bad. They're kind of like neck and neck for which is better. I think I like the Gargantua because it winds up in more of the blue-black decks that I'm interested in playing. Yeah, it's just a 6-mana 18/6. It's actually great if you could pair it with that red rare that allows you to throw your creature and deal damage to any target. It's like the Fling variant. Traumatic Revelation is good. We would play that if it came back on the wheel. But yeah, we're just going to take the Gargantua here. No big deal. The Guardian of Ghirapur. So the Guardian of Ghirapur is a good rare. It's not anything crazy, but we are very happy to play that. 57.3 win rate card. The Cyber Cryptomancer, funny enough, might even have a higher win rate. 58.7 it does, but I do think that this 3/3 flyer for 3 with a flicker effect is just a good card. The Overgrown Pest, also quite good. 56.3. Again, the green cards are kind of fine. They operate as a nice secondary color, but it's really a format pretty dominated by blue and black, which is something that it's very possible people know now at this point. So we're going to have to be able to be flexible and make the right picks here. The white-black deck is the Phyrexians deck, and I do think that is a good deck. I think if the Guardian weren't here, we'd be interested in Kenra, even though Kenra is not... red is a color that has struggled mightily in the format. Wicked Slumber is good. Invasion of Xerox is fine, but it's really Overgrown Pest, Guardian of Ghirapur, and the Cyber Cryptomancer there that are some of the better cards that we are more interested in. You know, a Gift of Completion here is interesting because if we do wind up in white-black, it is the Phyrexians deck. Assimilate Essence, I am happy to take one of those. Joyful Storm Sculptor. We're kind of far from that blue-red Convoke deck. Or a God or Demigod card and reveal it, put it in your hand and shuffle. 3 other enchantments. It's kind of a constructed plant here. It's not... I would say it is... very unplayable in Limited, unfortunately. The Aetherblade Agent is pretty good. So the 2 black cards here that we're considering are the Aetherblade Agent with a 55.4% and the Gift of Completion with a 54.8% win rate. So the Cosmic Hunger is also a good card. I should not, overlook that. And maybe that is the pick here. I seeing both of these black cards, that was kind of an indication to me that this could be open. I'm going to take the Gift of Completion here just as a nod to the fact that, hey, we might wind up in this black-white. 2 good white cards here, green-white cards. The Botanical Brawler is very strong. The Nezumi Informant is just like a good card. It's 57.6% win rate. It's really annoying in the format. But the Brawler... White-green really struggles, but the Brawler is a 56.2% win rate card. It's a good card. We don't necessarily have to be black. I would argue that we aren't necessarily even seeing a good signal to be black. The Botanical Brawler with the invasion of Hoag, even though it is like a super-duper Moag, it's like a 49% win rate card. The combo with the Brawler is pretty insane. You know what? To kind of keep ourselves on the straight and narrow of pushing towards the best deck, I think it is fair just to take the card that goes with our good picks here. Good, not great, but we are seeing that blue is almost completely cut, so that is something we should be very aware of. You know, the Phyrexian Awakening. Okay, so the Traumatic Revelation, Angelic Intervention, those are definitely interesting cards. Bladed Burgeoning is if we're looking to be black-green, maybe Splashing. That's interesting too. But it seems like if we start to push towards this white-black Phyrexian's deck, that it very well could be open. Target creature or artifact, so these enchantments, unfortunately, cannot be targeted. But an ETB with the Gargantua as well as the Informants are good targets for the Guardian of Ghirapur here. It's looking like that this Phyrexian's deck could just be open for us, and I'm kind of okay leaning into it a little bit, and we'll see what comes of it. Yeah, the Awakening's not even that good too. 54.5%. Dramatic Revelation honestly might be the pick here. Let's see what we get. Furnace Reigns in the black-red sack deck. That is a real deck that could come together. It is actually one of the better performing red cards because there are so many sack outlets in black and red. 58.8% card. You know, to be totally honest, we are not missing out on a whole lot. We don't really care about the Host Sanctifier. It is a Phyrexian, which is nice. And we could just lean into that. But if there's a world where we just start seeing red open, we have a pretty fine black start. So taking the cards that are maybe the best cards in the pack is not an awful start. The Alabaster Host Sanctifier, we just don't really care about it very much. 53.4% win rate. And I think we're still at a point in the draft where we can take first strength. Very good. So the Invasion of Eldraine is an excellent card here. Even in draft, it's just kind of a beating. It's really does a lot to impact your opponent's hand when they're trying to hang on to and play whatever bombs that they have. It's just in this format, this ability is super duper strong. Daxos is a very nice pickup if we stay, but Bola Slinger I think actually might be the pick here. I think Bola Slinger is just a better card. 55.9. Daxos is roughly at, let's see, 51.9. So the Bola Slinger will be our pick here. And again, it's not only based off of the win rates, but I think the fact that this has backup, the fact that it has pseudo haste, being able to kind of get that tap effect onto another creature right away, it's pretty good. Okay. Honestly, we're probably not going to play this Maraudin Avenged. It actually works well with the Nezumi Informant. The Guardian also works well with backup abilities. The Bola Slinger has a good ability, and now we had a couple of ETBs. Yeah, I think we're going to take the rare here for the Vault. It's not necessarily a card we're going to play, but it is a rare for the Vault. Alright, well, all of the blue cards wheel, which is pretty interesting. It's not something I would have expected. The Cyber Cryptomancer is probably the best card of all of these. Wicked Slumber's fine, 55 exactly % win rate, but the Cryptomancer is 58.7, and I think I will take it. The Invasion of Xerix is not that exciting. It is a good card though, 54.7. It's one of those gold cards that could kind of get there. Another rare coming around to us pretty late. We would play a Golden Scale Aeronaut, but I actually just think, hey, we can just take the rares right now. Okay, so let's see where we are. We are kind of leaning towards this white-black deck. If there's a world where we go into green, having a Fertilid's Favor for some fixing might be what we want to do. Negate Wartrain Slasher, we're probably not playing. We might play the Giant, but probably not. This land's pretty nice in case we do wind up in this black-white deck. I honestly don't even hate a kite sail too, so we'll hang on to it because there's like Shram. There's a couple of things that could be interesting. So we walked out of pack one with a bunch of playables, which is good. But is the deck good? Not yet. So let's see what comes to us. The Invasion of Segovia is pretty interesting, just because it is a very strong card. And if it turns out going in the other direction that blue happens to be open and we can cut it, then that's pretty good for us. 59.5% win rate card that probably is partly due to the card or the decks that it is in, but it's also just pretty good to give you 2 bodies for 3, and then the effect on the flip side, if you can flip it, is incredibly powerful. So I'm pretty happy. Like I legit think Invasion of Segovia Cryptomancer is as good as the white that we have right now. So we could just wind up splashing white with the Scoured Barons for the Girapur and maybe playing like a blue-black deck. This is one of those nice. The flexibility of this format is because you can build, as long as you get a good base in black or blue, you can kind of tinker around the Esper edges. Another Guardian of Girapur. Again, it's just really, really solid. Gigantha's interesting to play too. We couldn't play the Phyrexian Gargantua, and it is decent to build around. Merciless Repurposing. I do like Repurposing quite a bit. 57.9% win rate. The Guardian of Girapur is a 57.3. I think we maybe stick with that because we already have the single Guardian. There's a Final Flourish here too. But it is technically our first piece of removal. 58.5 for the Final Flourish, 57.9 for the Repurposing. I'm going to take the Repurposing here. The Girapur will not come back to us, but we do know that we're playing black. And I think... Breach the Multiverse, baby. That's a really good card. It's a really good card. It is 64.8% win rate. It's not the hardest to get to 7 in this format, so that's something to think about. We could see the Unseal the Necropolis on the wheel, so we would play a completed Huntmaster. It's not a particularly good card, but it's fine. It's fine, and it fills a decent slot. And if we do wind up in white-black, it has a bit more impact because all of the Incubate tokens are Phyrexians. Yeah, I think we're still leaning into black. Okay, Invasion of Amonkhet being literally the highest win rate uncommon at 62.9%. I think is going to be in favor. I'm going to put this here. And then we're going to put this here. Okay. I think it is least likely that we are white-blue. So the Marshal of Zhalfir, which is a fantastic card, is probably not the pick here. We're probably going to take this Final Flourish to pick up a little bit more fixing. All right, so I think the odds of us going into green or red are off, and we're probably not playing this Kite Sail either. So this is really what the deck is starting to look like. Black is our main color. And then we're considering white or blue based on what we get here. And we could just be splashing white. We could just be splashing blue. But we're continuing to build our base here for black. So I actually like Eyes of Jataxius more than most of the cards here. Dramatic Revelation is good. 55% win rate card. But Eyes is 58.9. Astral Wingspan's also a good card with the Cyber Cryptomancer. We're going to go with Eyes here. I think as long as we're seeing all these good blue cards, like Temporal Cleansing is also quite good. I think we're okay with taking those 57.7% win rate from the Cleansing. So I think we might be moving a bit more towards black-blue. Glistening Deluge. Have not played it very much, so I actually don't really know how it's doing in the format. 52%. I get that, right? Green or white, an additional -2, -2. It's just not that strong. We would maybe almost rather play a Gorilla here. But also 52.7, so I don't think we're really... This is a maybe here. We would play a failed conversion, the Blighted Burgeoning here on the wheel, you know, open to some splash potential. So we're going to put the failed conversion here. We probably don't want to play the Deluge. I would play an Etched Host Doombringer. It's 52.6 versus the Shapecraft, which I think is closer to 55, 55.1. We'll take the Shapecraft. It kind of moves us through the deck. It pumps up our Nezumi Informant. An Unsealed Necropolis is a really nice pickup here. Okay, so I think we are officially blue-black. We're not going to play... Each player mills a card. We're probably going to play the Conversion, even though it's not good, over the Inkcaster. Seed of Hope. We'll take that from someone else. The Oilcaster. We have, I think, enough fine removal that we don't have to play it. Take another Seed of Hope. And a land. Okay, so it looks like we're probably black-blue. Or equipment or vehicle, draw a card, huh? 2 mana, 2/2 with some upside. We don't care about really any of these commons, unfortunately. Invasion of Kamigawa is not that good. We could just be... This Progenitor Exarch is just one that we wouldn't play until late game anyway. So maybe we take this and we splash white for our 2 rares. For our Progenitor Exarch and our Guardian of Ghirapur. I can get behind that. If we pick up another Scoured Barrens or a blue-white land, I wouldn't have... They're single-pipped. And the Incubator tokens kind of work pretty well here, too. Okay, so let's get this all organized. Jin Gitaxias. It's the big Jin, who's not that good, unfortunately. The core Augur is kind of unplayable, but we do see a Deadly Derision here, which we will take, being the best black removal spell. Alright, so now that we know that, we're going to keep organizing. Yeah, our removal suite actually looks pretty sweet. Flourish. Guardian over here. Exarch would be 5, I would guess. This is kind of what our curve looks like. 5 creatures, 12 non-creatures. Oh my god, what have we been doing? So this is what happens when you... Well, we have a bunch of things that incubate, right? That's creatures, that incubates. Yeah, it didn't feel that insane when we were building this, but... So there's the land that we wanted. We just need creatures. All creatures and some fixing. We can't take the seal from existence because the double... Well, it's not that we can't take it, but the double pip just makes it a little bit too shady from a mana perspective. So the answer now is pick up this Tranquil Cove and get absolutely every piece, every creature that we see. I think we'd ideally rather not play this failed conversion. Woof. Okay, we need to go get more creatures. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize it was this dire, but it is officially this dire. Great removal, though. We're doing great in the removal department. We'll take another Nezumi Informant. Ooh, I would like another land, too. That'd be great, but first and foremost, get your creatures. Get your house in order. Progenitor Exarch, we're assuming that's a 5-drop. Incubate 3 twice, and then transform. We really could use some more at our... It actually, like, for... Okay. I was going to try and say it doesn't look as dire, but it's not great. Aaron and Gianna. Okay, look at the top card. Flash or flying from the top card, from your top of your library. All right, Tetsuko's pretty nice here. Aaron and Gianna is also nice. Very few 3-drops, huh? Flash flying 2/3 is just pretty good. With flash or flying from the top. We don't have very many flash or flying. We have 1 flyer. Let's just take a peek at where Aaron and Giada are. Oh, we should take Tetsuko. Okay, so a good thing we got Tetsuko in there, but I did still want to see where Aaron and Giada are. I would think they're pretty high. Vision of Alara. We might have to take this Etched Familiar just because we need another creature that bad. And it fills the slot. The Halo Charge Scab, actually, at this point, I am pretty interested in. I think we're going to take that because we have so much removal that there's going to be something that we want to get back. It fills the hole in the curve nicely. All right, I can't find Errant and Giada, and I'm not sure why. All right, so here we need to take this Consuming Aetherborn. No, we need to take the Ichor Shade. We need another thing that we can do on 3. Invasion of Vryn, the Expedition Lookout might just help us stall a little bit, because it seems like we're looking to achieve a later game here. Raph is just good, though. And maybe because we're already doing a little bit of splashing, we take him instead. It is just better, but okay, another Scob here helps fill out the curve a little bit. Another Etched Familiar is pretty nice. Yeah, and this, it shook out to be fine. A little bit of like 11th hour getting there, but it's fine. I think we probably shouldn't, to be responsible, probably shouldn't play Raph. Could play another Shapecraft. Just continues to draw us through our deck. Moment of Truth is not anything all that exciting. 54 versus 55. But again, we're just trying to draw through the deck and get to where we need to be. Take away some fixing from someone else. Good trick in green. Not going to play negate. All right, so that wound up being fine. Definitely a little scary towards pack 3 there. I don't know. I must have been spelling Errant and Giada incorrectly. Errant and Giada, 56.2 versus Tetsuko, who we passed it for, which is probably 57 if I was to guess. 57.8. Yeah, so we made the right call there. So this is probably going to be a 5-drop, 42 cards. I think we keep the Gift and Completion just because, how many Phyrexians do we have? 4. We have 4 Phyrexians, and we have, how many things incubate for us? 1. That'll be a Phyrexian. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8. Yeah, so we have a fair amount of 9. A fair amount of things that the Gift of Completion actually does combo with here. So the question is the white we're splashing? I think it is, because we only have to run a single plains. I think the Moment of Truth is probably one of the weaker, if not the weakest cards in the deck. And then it's maybe just this second Shapecraft. The Gift of Completion is not great, but it does more than just its 54.8% win rate would necessarily have you think. The Ichor Shade I also do not think is a particularly good card, but I think we can't cut creatures at this point, so I think we have to cut actual non-creature spells, which is, yeah, it's one of the Shapecrafts, and that's probably fine. Okay. So that was saying, oh, that card draw was valuable for you to hit that. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4 sources, and we have how much draw? A fair amount. Yeah, I see what it's saying to put the extra planes in there, but I almost don't want to do that. We're not going to do it. 2, 9, 13, 7, 8, 7, 8. So we have 8, 8, 3. That's fine for 2. Okay. And then a bunch of our spells also make incubator tokens. Alright, so it's not great, but I think it is totally serviceable, and let's check out what it can go do. I like that we can do some loops with getting back Breach the Multiverse. If we can breach the multiverse twice, we kind of win the game automatically. Like getting back repurposing, getting back Deadly Derision, Instant Sorcery, or Battle, right? So we have Invasion of Elgarine Segovia, Invasion of Amonkhet, a lot of really good things to go get back with the Scob. So actually, this is surprisingly fine for kind of how open we had to navigate the draft. All right, round 1. We have a 2 into 3 play. Don't love it, but it's doing something. The Edge Familiar is also not the worst because it helps us catch back up a little bit. Oof. Don't love that. Just Vigilance, and he gets to draw cards when counters are put on him. Wow, okay, sure, yeah, wants to take his sweet time. I'm cool with that. I almost just want to, like, flip this rather than play a real card. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, so we are going to try and see if we can get him here. I actually kind of doubt it's going to happen, and that's fine. Let's play the Ichor Shade, and we can start to kind of continue to build up our board as our opponent stumbles a little bit here. Yeah, that backup's going to be pretty good. Gets to draw a card. It's a good combo. No blocks for us. Incubate, draw a card. Odds of us hitting a land are roughly 50%, 46% right now. I think I'm okay with that, and then we could just leave up blocks. Okay, we got the land there, so that's really good actually. Let's see if Oppo... He probably won't attack because it's so dangerous. But we do get to flip our guy, which is nice. Okay, I actually really like the position this puts us in. We have so much removal. Let's just see what happens here. Crew 1, so he would just trade the Racer for one of our 3/3s. I'm kind of okay with this. Let him trade, give the Ichor Shade a counter, or he takes 6. That's cool too. I think we're going to go with the Gargantua here and just really try and get out as many big boys as possible. Make sure we're hitting our lands. This is looking great. I think we can also use the repurposing pretty liberally pretty soon on whatever threat he plays, because we'll just get it back with the Halo Charge Scob. He's using that for mana, it looks like. So repurposing for us looks really, really good. Sure. Yeah, he's gonna put it on the duelist. That's okay. He'll probably hit a land here if I'm to guess, but we're just gonna get rid of that. Or if he wants to trade it, that's all good with me too. I think it's the beginning of our end step. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna play the tap land right now. Just gonna get rid of this duelist. We just gotta push right now. Great. Yeah. Big push, hit for 12. Yeah, you can get a trade. That's totally fine. Okay. Get to Surveil 1 with the completion. He's got so many cards in hand, I don't know how much we really care about that. So next turn we have access to 8 mana, so we're going to go Scob into Edged Familiar maybe. Scob, leave up Shapecraft, maybe that could be lethal actually. So that could be, yeah, attack. I think in general though, I want to push towards things that will end the game for me, and that just kind of messes with him. Like, we want removal, we want something that's going to close the door. It's good for us. It's also good for us. Yeah, that both of those put him in a very bad position. So we got to go here. activate, and then we get to just swing with everything, and if he doesn't block 2 of them, we win. Alright, there's the first one. Pretty good. Solid Esper deck. We're working our way through the bottom of Plat right now. Okay, not a bad hand to start. By not a bad hand, I mean actually a pretty bad hand. I don't know if we can keep this. We don't have our turn 2 play is a flash in 1/2. Who does that get? It doesn't get anyone. It might though. It might just trade for 2, and then on turn 3 we do what? Nothing. You have so many good draws. We'll keep it. I think it's hard. That's kind of a trap hand. This is one where okay, never mind. I was gonna say this is one where we almost certainly should not keep it. Yeah, and actually getting our opponent to discard resources right now is pretty good. And then if we can get a white mana and blink it, oh my gosh, that would be unreal. That would put us in a crazy good position. If he doesn't have an R3 or has to play off curve here, well, he had a Preening Champion, so not great. I'm going to play a land and pass through really fast like I messed it up and see if he'll go Informant for Preening Champion, because I will do that. Little mind games. Oh, dang it. Well, at least now we'll get to flash in the Cryptomancer and eat the 1/2. Yeah, and like that's smart, right? 1 damage means literally nothing to you, but, you know, eating your Preening Champion is not ideal. Okay. Don't love that. What did they get? Inga, Transcendent Message. Alright, so their deck could just be better than ours. I think the Progenitor Exarch, because we can't play it, is probably our pitch right now. We'll see if we actually get to eat here. Get to eat his 1/1. It's not even a big deal that we eat his 1/1, but it is still sad. It's sad that he gets a flip immediately. The Exarch also doesn't do really very much for him from a pitch perspective, because he gets a flip and to probably take our Phyrexian Gargantua, which is going to be pretty painful. Enters as a copy. I do like that this makes the opponent discard 2 cards immediately. It definitely still seems pretty strong. And if we have a way to breach the multiverse and then Halo Charge Scob back the breach, like, holy crap. Actually, we almost certainly, because we have 2 copies. So we mill one of our own Halo Charge Scabs, and then we're able to put it right back on top and do it again. It tosses a Temporal Cleansing on land, huh? We're still in very bad shape right now. Like, I doubt that we're actually even going to get to turn 7 to be able to cast Breach the Multiverse. That was a problem with a hand like this. Our deck, what is our deck really doing in the early game? Very little in the early game. Gift of Completion, the Informants are kind of our best 2s. Yeah, don't love it. I'm going to let it go for a turn. See if we can maybe get a white source next turn. If not, I'm just going to have to chump with the Informant. It would be nice to get the Guardian up, though, because then we at least get a blocker for the Flyers. Okay, that does something. It does something. It gives us a real blocker for the Phyrexian Gargantua here. We're able to go Cryptomancer and the Incubator token, and then he's only able to kill one. We trade off with the Wary Thespian, the Informant. We're just really trying to bide our time right now, and he's going to put us at 6 next turn. We need to go runner, land in order to kind of come back from this. And we would need to mill, like, essentially one of his bombs. And, yep. So at least here we have a fine block, which is good. Yeah, if he's got removal, we're in bad shape. It's also forcing him, though, to use the removal on that, which is fine. So we do have to go runner, land, but I think at this point it's actually not enough to keep us alive. So we kind of need like a white land or a removal spell. Okay. I think we're dead. We block the 4/4. We take. Good game. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Just not really enough. There might not be enough in the early game to keep us from getting like totally stomped. We should take a peek at our sideboard. The Informants are great and all, but they're just a little bit small. We didn't get any Blight Reaper Thalids, like any really good premium 2-drops. And this is a format where like you kind of need to be on the board early with something decent, like just something to hold, like Ichor Drinkers to and pump them up, Aetherblade Agents to trade off. Like, ooh, did he? Oh no, that's exactly okay. Thought he just missed that. Oh no, it's 1+. That's fine. An Aetherblade Agent would have been nice for us. I think at one point we took the Gift of Completion over an Aetherblade Agent. And there, I guess the Aetherblade Agent still gets eaten by the Final Flourish. So we gotta, I think, mulligan for hands that are very functional in the early game. That's definitely something in this format, I think, is pretty true across this format, is that you have to have a functional opening hand. Is this a functional opening hand? Opponent goes first. We have... Maybe we have a turn 3 play, and it stabilizes the board fine, so I'm going to keep it. This gives us all 3 of our colors if we do this first. Okay, we can do this. I'm scared, yeah, but okay, that's something. We'll be able to flash in the Cryptomancer. Maybe he just attacks before giving it first strike. If he... Yeah, that's good for us. Yeah, nice. We'll take that. Oh, great. Cool. I think we get out the invasion, or we get the Ichor Shade here so that we can attack it if he stumbles at all. The Invasion of Segovia next turn. Doesn't stumble, but we do have the Cleansing to be able to bounce. I think I'd rather just get this out and then be able to do Cleansing next turn. Could be mono white. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I have to read it too. Put into a graveyard. Gift of Completion. Do tokens hit the graveyard? Do tokens hit the graveyard? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. So that's great. So we can gift, flip, Temporal Cleansing. We have to do it all on our turn, though. And then the Ichor Shade gets bigger. You are instant. How'd it go? I'm in the middle of recording. I'm sorry. It's okay.
Just, you know.
Let me finish this and then we'll talk about it. I'll be like less than 5 minutes. Sorry. And then we're going to do this on this turn just so that we can pump up our Ichor Shade. What could he have here? He could have the Indestructible, but... Oh, he's just deciding where to put it. Oh, it's the top or bottom, but it doesn't hit the graveyard. Because we're not put... Okay, that's interesting. Because it technically died because we put it back in his library, but maybe not. Okay. He has to double block both of these in order to do anything meaningful. Sure. Maybe just one. He eats it. Block, block. He wouldn't do that. He could have Angelic Intervention. Okay. Yeah, I would think he would double block one of these. Okay, maybe not. No, he's got Angelic Intervention for the token. But that's good. If he wants to put the counter there, that's actually good for our Temporal Cleansing. Okay. Do we want that land on top? We do, kind of, but I think we're going to try and focus on just putting the removal back on top. So now we want to do the loops that we were talking about with the Breach of the Multiverse. Okay, that's good for us. Does he have another Hexproof spell? He doesn't. Just go 4 here. Both here? Both here. Has to double block, get a 1-for-1. Okay. Yeah, let's get the flip here, because then we get the 3-3, and it seems like he's stumbling a bit. And that's fine. Alright, we'll take it. Well, the nice thing there is now we get to untap our creatures, which is great. So we'll see what kind of position this puts us in. Alright, untap all of them. Wait, what? Oh, I must have unclicked that by mistake. Non-creatures at the beginning of your end step, untap to 4 target creatures. Sorry, it didn't come back to bite me in the butt, but you still gotta be careful with some of those clicks. Alrighty, so we can put back onto... Oh, how can we cast... Because your non-creature spells have Convoke. Oh my gosh. That's sweet. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. Wow. Let's go, guys. Alright, we get to breach the multiverse. Choose in each graveyard. Okay. Oh, wow. His deck's pretty good. We're going to choose... so it's either Breeding Champion or Xerix. And we get to Halo Charge Scob, then get back our Breach the Multiverse. We're going to get the Breeding Champion. Your graveyard. Oh my god, our hits are so bad. Are you kidding me? Alright, he's got 3 cards in hand. We kind of want him to discard here. Tetsuko's interesting, though, because Tetsuko... What really becomes a problem for him? The Ichor Shade could actually be a problem. You might just have to use removal on it. I don't hate that. I don't hate like a threat that just will happen to get bigger. So he has to at least single block here. And then we can get it back with the Halo Charge Scob, putting the other breach back on top. That's pretty great. Grows our Ichor Shade too. Okay, cool. 1, 2, submit 2. Wow, breach is insane. I wonder if... Oh, wow, he just got his blue. Oh, Elish Norn is very bad. Oh, my goodness. Did he really just cast Elish Norn on us? Oh, my gosh. Okay, okay. I need to leave it in my library because I don't want to mill ourselves. How did this just go wrong like this? It all just went so wrong. Oh, Elish Norn ends games. Why didn't anyone tell me Elish Norn ends games? Oh my gosh. Wait, so how much removal did we get rid of? Final Flourish. We still have a lot of removal left in the deck. We have our Deadly Derision, our Merciless Repurposing. We have 2 hits on 12 draws. So we got roughly a 8 to 9% chance of not dying. This is 13 damage. We stabilize hard if we just hit one of our removal spells. What do we care about least here? Probably the beginning of your end step. Probably the Ichor Shade, right? Alright, we're going to protect ourselves from 5 hits. Oh, so we need to toss that because, yeah, we have to dig for removal. That's why. Not great. Not great, but if we can survive this turn, right? If we can survive this turn, we get to breach, and then we pass to him, and then he loses on mill. Okay. No attacks. Okay. Wow. Holy crap. Okay, so he draws. He goes to 10. If we just don't die, we draw Breach the Multiverse, then we win because he has no cards in his deck. Oh my god, Elish Norn's ridiculous, but Breach the Multiverse is more ridiculous. Oh, wow, we found the line. Okay, so do we not die? I think we don't die here. Unless he can find a way to give them all unblockable or trample. I think we got it. I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want, because we'll never have a draw, right? We'll never have an opportunity where we have to draw. But we literally mill out the decks past the turn, and then he dies due to decking. Okay. I don't love that. So that does get rid of any of his other blue, though. So he has no access to blue now. Okay, so I think that was that seemed like a tilt swing, like I'm tilted. F this. Okay, we're alive. It's probably hoping that we F this up somehow. Okay, we're not going. No, we're going to leave that on top. Leave that on top. And then we breach the multiverse. Wow, holy crap, we did it. We milled him out. Wow, what did we get back? I don't even know. I'm so proud of us. Your graveyard. Let's get back the Halo Charge Scob to put the Breach the Multiverse back on top. Yep, gotcha. Wow, good game, us. Holy crap. That was a hard W, but we got there. I'm super proud of us. We figured out that line. Fun game. Last game was a doozy. Breach to the Multiverse there coming in clutch. Okay, so that's a good thing to remember, that Halo Charge Scob Breach the Multiverse combo is just essentially going to be an instant win in many situations. This is fine. Again, not great. The fact that it is Cyber Cryptomancer is unblockable, or excuse me, it's hexproof, is really big game because you give it the Shapecraft and it becomes a 5/4, and so it's like an instant win combat situation. Okay. Does it haste itself? Oh, it does. So, yep, cool. We're going to flash it in. Nice thing, he's probably going to try and give the next thing he puts out haste, and we're going to get to eat it and draw cards. That's actually really good for us. Well, that's actually really bad for us, of all things. Oh, well, the nice thing is he can't give that haste. Alright, so we kind of eat a turn there, which is kind of unfortunate. So it's already an 0-1. It's going to be a 4-3, so it becomes a 5-4, and then it still dies to the Marauding Dreadship. Yeah, that's not great. It's not great, but the nice thing is, what can you do here? Okay, so he can still... We want him to be able to pay, right? So he can make the guy, then he can... Still nothing, hey? Alright, looks like everyone's taking their sweet time. I mean, we're 100% just draw, go magic right now. It's pretty good for us. I don't love that he was able to do that. We'll see if we just straight up block, if he tries to activate the Stormclaw Rager, because we'll take this trade, like whatever, and see if he tries to. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good trade for us in the end of the day. Oh, crap. We want to kill this, but we can't because he's just going to activate only as a sorcery. Beautiful. We can kill it, and we're going to kill it. Yeah, normally when that's instant speed, that's very, very hard to interact with, but that's way better that it wasn't actually instant speed there. So now we got the Gargantua out, and we're in pretty good shape. Oh, good pickups for us. We get access to our white. We're going to get to... Oh, yeah, he literally goes down to 2. Okay, if a source would deal damage to a permanent player, it deals triple that damage instead. Fun. Okay, at least we get to play against some fun cards. Alright, so what does 7 mana do for us? Alright, we're definitely playing Invasion of Eldraine. It allows us to Invasion of Eldraine and Amonkhet. Well, we don't want to do that. We want him to have to discard something real from his hand. Let's do this and see if we can flip it with the Gargantua immediately. Sure. Alright, those are 2 great cards to get from our opponent's hand. I'm pretty excited about that. Alright. And then we get to turn the Invasion of Amonkhet into a Voldaren Thrillseeker. He's probably gonna... I wouldn't be surprised if he blocks here. Oh, he chooses not to block. That's great for us. I am a little scared. We're not going to cast Invasion of Amonkhet this turn, so I think we get out the tap land and just leave up the Shapecraft. Okay, let's see how Prickle Fairies does here. Whenever you sack a permanent, deals that damage to... Okay. So it's not... Whenever it deals damage, it deals triple that damage instead. So we can just block Prickle Fairies take 6? Is that what we have to do? I think it's what we have to do. Just keep up here. Pretty ridiculous. Okay, well, now we also get to flip the Invasion of Segovia. Okay, so he's going to have to block and then use Jury. Does not have any cards in hand. And then use Jury to kill the Gargantua. Then we have to take 6 more. We can Shapecraft one of the 1/1s to block the Trailblazing Historian. I think it's just, we just have to like keep trading resource for resource because we're going to be up in the long run because we're just going to have more draw than him. Okay, whenever a source you control will deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple. So it would deal 1, instead it's going to deal 3. Why would he not kill the Gargantua? He might be trying to win this turn. Each opponent discards a card and you draw a card. I almost want to do this now so that we're just more efficient on our mana. It does hurt a little bit not to... Ooh, there goes our Breach. Not to get the discard off of that. I don't think Breach is how we're winning this one, at least. Okay, he's getting some card draw here. I don't love it. The backup could go right onto the red cap, but that's actually really good for us. Oh, no, it's not. Triple 6 damage. 6 damage first strike. It's a pretty big problem. He might leave that up to block. Okay, we get to trade 1 for 1 here. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So we have 9 mana, so we get to do 4. That's pretty insane. Oh, geez. So we can trade with the Historian. We take from the Hellraiser. If we do 3, 7, we can flip one of them. We can just block with the Exarch this turn. I actually think we have to attack the Invasion of Amonkhet. We attack with the Invasion of Amonkhet. And then what can we go get? Enters as a copy of whatever, right? Oh, but I don't have any mana. That was my own fault. Let me... We're going to take this time out. Alright, so we're going to attack the Invasion of Amonkhet because if we flip it, it gets to become... It's a 4/4 Jury. When it dies, we get to kill something. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, first strike, Michael. Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh. That was bad. That was bad. I'm pretty sad about that. Woof. That was bad. That was so bad. It's okay. I am a little bummed about that. Okay, that's okay. We're actually not totally out of it yet. Okay. Yeah, we're actually not totally out of it yet. That was a pretty large blunder. So there's 12 damage. So we're going to go 1, 2. So we get to get both of these. We're going to untap everything with the Invasion of Segovia. Oh my gosh, let me come back from this. What a bummer. That was rough. Alright, yes. So now you need to be a copy of Jury, a 4/4 Jury. Yes, you need to be a Jury, right? Over any of these? Correct. Okay. Jeez, this is insane. This is insane. Oh, I'm so sad I threw that away. He's got to take 2 for this. But it doesn't have first strike, which is what's important. First strike, my goodness. Jury, the master of review. Interesting, the art changes too when we steal it with the Lazatep guy. Alright, so we're going to go here, and what is, the ward is 2. So when that dies, it's going to deal triple that, right? Holy crap, so 9 damage. 3, 4. It's not first strike though, so I could just do, it's got to take all of these. Because I can't take any damage. Then that hits first strike. We killed the heal slasher. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I think this is all correct. Minus the massive blunder of throwing away our 4/4 for free. 4 damage to the first striker. Oh! It only deals it to the first one. If a source would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that instead. So it deals damage to the first one, and then it doesn't deal... It deals that damage, right? The 3 damage, and then it instead deals 9 to that single one. Holy crap! We're back in it, baby. Let's go with this white. All of our non-creature spells have Convoke. We cannot do that. I would love to gain some life, so to get us a little bit further from the perilous state that we are currently in. Exarch and Etch Familiar. So this puts us at 8 mana, which means we have 7. Okay. We'll do that next turn, and then we'll be able to flip a bunch. So we're going to attack all, because we can untap all. Wow, what a freaking game. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he's got this turn to draw something. You or me, dude. Good game. I almost blundered that away. Oh my gosh. Almost add one to the punt, but get the W. That's what's more important. Yeah, that was tough. Okay, that's good to know, so that it's just when that permanent is dealt that first damage, it's not like 9 damage is being dealt. 3 damage is being dealt, and then it's being tripled on that single permanent. I think we both thought that was going to work differently because he was like ordering them, trying to think about how this would work for them. Wow. Okay. Okay. GG's. A couple of hard games, 3-1 with a pretty spicy deck here. It's a pretty good keep here. We get a turn 2 Informant into a turn 3 Progenitor Exarch, and I think we are cool with that because... Woof. Nice. Just because we have the Unsealed Necropolis, we have things to go get him back. Well, there's the Unsealed Necropolis like we were just talking about. A couple of Informants here is also particularly obnoxious from us. Okay, we have all our mana. Incubate 3 once. How much do we care about that? I think we kind of care about that. I think we kind of care about just like continuing to move, to push forward. He could counter this, which is also kind of fine. Next turn we get to go Final Flourish and Informant with a swing in. I also don't mind hanging on to the Final Flourish until we can actually use it more efficiently. Looks like he's gearing up to get some good card advantage on us. If he equips here, I think it might be worth straight up killing him. No blocks, we'll take the 2. He's playing so off curve. If he is able to Convoke here, that is a problem for us. Make it a 3, so the Cryptomancer. Oh, Cryptomancer and Final Flourish combo. That's going to be -2, -2, +1, +1. That gets it there. That gets it there. But does he... Sure. Let's activate, swing, see if he blocks. Yep. Okay, I like that I can stop him from being able to surveil here. So we are gonna do that. What we actually should have done here, that was a small mess up. What we should have done was flip him with the Progenitor Exarch to transform the Incubator token, save the mana, and then we would have been able to also Nezumi Informant there. I have a feeling that he's going to play this land now, and we're going to be able to get something meaningful. Alright, he wants to keep pushing. I respect his tenacity, but I don't love it. Well, that's pretty nice. Scob's interesting. We attack again for 4. If he just wants to keep taking 4, we're pretty okay with that. I'm also okay with holding on to Final Flourish and sacking our Nezumi Informant. Let's play this Nezumi Informant and then hold on to Final Flourish. I'm all for him discarding more cards here. Another Ifara's Dispersal, okay. So we are preventing him from being able to deal with our threats here. Zergo and Ojutai, that was a good thing to hold our final flourish onto for. Hexproof as long as it enters the battlefield this turn. It did enter the battlefield this turn. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just going to take 6 here. He is tapped out though, which is nice. Look top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand. The rest in the bottom of your library in any order. You may return one of those dragons to its owner's hand. Wow. Okay. So if he does return to its hand, we can't deal with it. But I think he's gonna leave it out as a. He could leave it out as a potential blocker. Maybe not. If he doesn't leave it out, if he doesn't return it to his hand, I think we're gonna play the final. Or if he does, we play the final flourish now on the Wrath. And then we're going to play the Halo Charge Scop to put it back on top for next turn. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're going to kill it now. While he's like ostensibly tapped out. Let's get rid of this Informant. Because I do... Actually, if we get rid of the Exarch and then unseal the Necropoli... We can go get it back. Kind of like that, too. Mill 2, get back the Exarch, and then be able to play that for 3 with 1 more land. Yeah, I think then if he attacks, we maybe block with the Informant and then unseal an Necropolis to go get back a couple more things. Sure. Probably thinking we might have like an Assimilate Essence here or something. Okay. Knight Errant Eos is pretty good. May reveal up to 2 creature cards with mana X or less, where X is the number of creatures that convoked it, so it's 2. How did he hit 2? Are you kidding me? Ugh. Alright, we're gonna do it. Alright, so now we're able to use the Halo Charge Scab to put our final flourish on top. But let's first swing with the 4/4 and see if he wants to trade there. I am pretty okay with that. I do think we're going to put the final flourish back on top. Another land gives us 3 for the Exarch. I'd be happy with that. I'm also happy with just doing Icarshade Nezumi Informant next turn. Yeah, we have to block this. We can't take 6. And we can't double block either, because then he just stacks the Informant first. And we can't kill the Billy Rider. But Final Flourish in hand is a pretty big game. So Icarshade, hold up Final Flourish. I actually do like forcing him to discard this turn. Just keep him low on resources, hanging onto a land. Classic. Classic. Okay. I think we have to leave Flourish open. It very well could come down to a Breach of the Multiverse game again. Oppo's getting pretty deep into his deck. If he goes for the flip, I think we have to Flourish. Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, okay. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? He must have something, right? Or else he wouldn't have done that. I didn't kick it. No, okay. He's got a pump. He's got a +2/+2 pump. I could have just killed it with the Nezumi Informant. I probably just should have sacked the Nezumi Informant here. Okay, no, he's just going to pump and trade. I didn't even think about that. So let's think through all the options. because it would have been easy to just sack the Nezumi Informant. I think that likely would have been preferable as well. Alright, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3 here. That's everything. And then we get a couple of good options. Our deck is has got a couple of decent answers here. What really? I'm lying. It does not have that many decent answers. With current setup, I think we're interested in the Invasion of Eldraine, if we can get him to discard 2. Repurposing, Merciless Repurposing is fine. Breach the Multiverse would be probably ideal, because we're at 7 mana now. And would probably stabilize us the best, and give us his Zergo and Ojutai. Oh my gosh, that would be insane. And it would literally mill him to almost dead. Alright, so that's the dream here. Okay, he's got a 4/6 flyer, which we are about to die to, because we do not have an answer. Okay, so we have an out. The out is Breach some Multiverse. Come on, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Hit that like and subscribe button if we are about to hit it and we don't. That's okay. Alright, so we do still get to Ichor Shade into Deadly Derision, or we can Deadly Derision into Flip. Oh, we can Ichor Shade, we can Deadly Derision, Flip, 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 because then we have, yeah, that's pretty good. So if he does an all-out attack, we're actually in good shape. Alright. So in response, we will tap and make one of these guys. We're not at all out of it. The fact that we get to kill this flyer is a pretty big game. We get to kill the flyer, flip, flip. We're okay. Pass. Okay, that's also okay with us. If he can protect this, we lose. If he's like a Cyber Cryptomancer or something. But Breach the Multiverse literally wins us the game right now. It's not in our graveyard, right? No, it is not. Okay. Oh, if an artifact or creature was put into a graveyard from the battlefield this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Ichor Shade. So the Ichor Shade, oh, what are you doing? Actually pairs perfectly with this treasure token. Okay. So we're going to save it. Okay. I'm going to save it because it makes our Ichor Shade an automatic 3/4. Oh, that's pretty great. Okay. And then we're going to do this. I'm actually going to tap this for a black. We do get to get whatever's in his hand. It's not perfectly ideal, but a Temporal Cleansing's pretty good here. I do want to attack, right? I want him to double block with... If he double blocks with Marshal Zephyr, I'm pretty happy. Okay, we're kind of stabilized a little. We might actually take this. We might go 4-1. We're turning the corner right now. Oh, if he double blocks, that's great. He does not have the mana to pump. Oh, he doesn't have to double block, duh. Come on, wake up, sheeple. My goodness. All right. Gain vigilance. That's my own fault. I should have done the math better. Yep, I'm going to have to sacrifice some stuff next turn. No counters on it. If he bricks here, we're okay. We do have one. He has to tap his Marshal in order to tap down our guy. He is able to pump once. 6, 7, 8. So he's close to being able to pump twice. I am a little scared of dying to a trick, so I think we are going to toss the Nezumi Informant in front of this. Jeez Louise. Give me a break. Give me a break. Just give me a little bit of gas. Just about anything other than that draw would have been preferable. 1, 2, 3. Double strike is still a problem. We have to just be patient. He taps down another. He equips to the Billy Rider. He pumps. And we have to chump again. Boy, oh boy, he's just not going away. Let's put it right back on the top. Oh, you can only put it on the bottom. Or you can put it second or nowhere. It doesn't matter. It's a token. Okay, yep. Not great. Breach, baby. Breach. One-time breach. Oh! Wow. Hello. Holy crap. How the hell did that happen? Alright. We're just gonna give him a little dance. Just a teensy tiny dance. Just the little dance. Wow. What was that? 1 in 16 chance? That was like a 6% chance? Holy crap. Alright, what are we getting here? Oh, we're doing the Halo Charge Scob. Our opponent graveyard. Taking your Zergo and Ojutai, homie. Yes! We're putting Breach back on top. Wow, it doesn't even really matter. Cool. Oh, that was meant to be a good game. That was not meant to be kissy face, but... Wow, okay. We were kind of praying for it for a while. We were summoning it from the deck for at least 15 minutes there. Alright, 4 and 1, not bad. Let's cruise through 3 more quick ones and then we'll call it a day.
Let us show you how we make it easy.
I gotta text him still.
Yeah, it's 4:30.
Mm-hmm. Alright, this is a kind of questionable keep, but because we have a 2 into an attack on 3, we're going to keep it. And if we are able to get the Invasion of Amonkhet out, I think we are in really good shape. Looks like opponent is being pretty aggressive. We do have the Breach in hand, which is pretty great. Alright, not the worst for us, not great. We are going to try and match our opponent's aggression, though. He's going to be a Boros deck, so we need to be pushing. Pretty good, pretty good. Does choose to opt to discard a card here. Okay, we have not hit just yet. Alright, we lose this race if we start pushing, so now we need to sit back on defense. If he flips, it's actually best case scenario for us. If he puts the beat stick and gives menace, that's actually a big problem. Hands like this are actually a pretty big trap. I think we're going to trade here. The Surveil one's pretty big for us. We need to go get an island. Yeah, we don't really have an option there. Like, if that's just another whiff for us, that's a huge problem. And he has to waste the haste there. Okay, well, at least it's something we can play. Something we can play. He, you know, we deny him a little bit more card advantage, tossing some lands. Well, that's actually best case scenario for us too, because now he swings both at the Invasion of Kylum, and we could trade with the Informant. Okay, no blocks, yeah. Not that good. It does get us then the Guardian of Girapur next turn, which we can use for the Nezumi Informant. Might spend some mana to... There you go, yeah. So now I'm definitely not going to block just because he gets it no matter what. Okay. I believe he gets 2 guys, 2 3/2s. Yeah, so whenever this and at least one other creature token attack, put 2/1/1, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Ooh, Final Flourish is pretty good here. Okay, so we can actually do Informant. Yeah, we're gonna Guardian to Informant, and then we're gonna be able to get rid of whatever's in his hand. Then we can hold up Final Flourish. And then we can also get rid of the creature token so that its ability never actually happens. That's a bummer. So now I'm thinking we can Final Flourish and sack the Guardian to get rid of what? The Sky Flare. It makes 2 4/3s versus a 3/4 flyer that we also can't really deal with. We can also, if we get a blue, we can just go get back the Final Flourish. And then we'd still have to sack something to get rid of either of these once they have the tokens on them. Yeah, this is a tough one. I don't actually think this is all that good, but this is all he can do with his mana next turn. Makes a 3/4 flyer versus 2 4/3s on the ground. I think we might have a harder time dealing with a 3/4 flyer. And then this just makes it so that they never get to go unless... Well, you can't, so I'm going to take this timeout. Well, the Sunblast Guardian will make tokens. So they're always going to be able to get that, so we should kill the other guy. Okay. You sack here. Yeah, because it's like, once he flips the Sunblast Guardian, these warriors are always going to have their ability trigger. So well played, Oppo. That was good. Yeah, I think this is a real deck. I actually don't think Invasion of Kylum is all that good, especially if you're playing against a deck that can actually stop your early game aggression. Yep, super duper, the real strong hand here. Like I block 4 and I still take 1 off lethal, 3 off lethal. Like, yeah, it was bad. 10, 13. Breach doesn't do it. Breach might do it, but we don't have enough mana. We still have to go runner, runner, land, land. Even if we go here. And then we put the flourish back on top. Yeah, it doesn't even matter, unfortunately. Swings out. Even has the mana to equip it on the Menace guy. Nice. Bing, 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 bing. Nice. Well done. Well done. Good to see the Boros deck actually having some success. Granted, I don't like it when it's having success against me, but I am okay when people are building it well. And that's the nice thing. That's the fun. Even when I'm losing, that's the fun thing about this format is that there's so many decks that are actually viable. Like I wouldn't say force this. We definitely tried to navigate into where we were seeing the best cards coming to us, but this isn't like the A+ version of this deck. I think we've now gone 7 wins, 0 wins for a blue-green deck that was kind of at the second day of the format before I kind of knew what was going on, into 4-3, 4-3, and now we're at 4-2, so this could get up to 5-3, 6-3, 7-3. We'll see. We've had a lot of really tight games because we kind of are winning off of the swinginess of our bombs, so we'll have to see if we can kind of keep pushing and getting a little lucky. This is really nice because we have our bomb in hand, we're going first, we have our colors, like this is pretty good. Eyes of Taxius also being able to draw. Alright, makes itself a 1-2. Not great, but we're kind of okay. We're not under immediate threat just yet. Woof. Okay, I spoke too soon. Alright, we're going to do Eyes so that we get the Incubate token and get some board presence immediately. We're getting a lot of lands, which is really good for us. Breach the Multiverse into Halo Charge Scab into Breach the Multiverse could just win us this game if we can turbo out too. Oh no, he's going to do it on the Breach. Ugh. He does it on the Breach and I'll never get to cast it. He might do it on the Deadly Derision. Okay. I'm kind of okay with that. I kind of think that was a mistake. He's going to get to flip this immediately. Creature hex-proof and indestructible. Each creature that attacked. It's hardcore. It's hardcore. I'm scared. Woof. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we can't do both, right? So we can just do this and then Amonkhet. Oh my gosh. Flipping would be fine. Oh gosh, no, because then he puts more tokens on things. Oh gosh, okay. That was maybe a mistake. That was probably just too slow of a choice. Him drawing another Botanical Brawler off the top would have been so bad, though. This is already pretty bad. And by the time we get to cast the Deadly Derision... There's a Scob. Cleansing's a pretty big deal, just to be able to put the Botanical Brawler far, far away. Maybe we put the Cleansing back on top there. Oh my goodness! This is out of control. I'm calling the police. This is out of control. Okay, so we do the Scob. We put the Temporal on top. We just don't have time for that. We don't have time for any of this. We really needed an Afara's Dispersal, which we just never saw in the draft. Well, we can't just flip. At least, yeah, and then we have to block. Yeah, we have to do Cleansing on top. It was Cleansing on top or nothing. Good game. You must have a bounce or something, or removal. Pelucranos, Bola Swinger. Good game. Yeah, brutal. Good for you, man. That was so 4-3, 4-3, 4-3 with these decks. And the thing is, what I'm seeing is that like we consistently are able to get a functioning deck just by saying, okay, we're gonna essentially beat black-blue. Black-blue, potentially splash around the periphery, but what was this deck lacking? A solid early game, right? If we had been able to mitigate the onslaught of his early game, we would probably stayed a little bit longer in that. But a lot of fun, great format. I'm really enjoying it so far. 5 drafts in at this point, and we're moving. We're making some slow progress in 3 4-3s in a row, but I have a feeling we're going to get there soon. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Come sign up for a split, sign up for our beta at Esporter, and we will see you soon.